Hello, thanks for tuning in. My name's Stuart, eBay trader, still suffering with this cyber attack that Royal Mail have been subjected to, and there's no sign at all of an end to this problem which they've got. We've been promised by the chief executive, who was grilled by Parliament, I think yesterday, that they're doing a workaround, and in the very near future, they will have some news. Well, that doesn't sound very promising because he's not prepared to put a time scale on it. If he was saying, for example, we will have it sorted within a month, it would allow most of us to sort of plan and make alternative arrangements. But in view of the uncertainty, I've had no option but to take steps myself. 50% of my sales go overseas, and I'm not one of these millionaire eBay traders. I haven't got huge reserves of money. I've got commitments, financial commitments, and obviously I've got to keep sales coming in. I can't afford to turn my international sales off. If my international sales were just 10%, then I would do, but 50% is just too much. And so I'll tell you what I've done. I had this idea, in fact, about going to France and posting my items once a week, but I can't really face it, getting all the paperwork together, and it's going to cost me probably 150, 200 pounds a week to do that anyway. And I mean, even if I use all the expensive couriers to ship my overseas shipping, it's going to increase my cost for 1 month up by £1,000. So not really much point. So what I have done is this. I've researched thoroughly on alternatives, and if you ship to America, small items, sort of under 100 grams, which I do, there is a shipping company called Transglobal Express. I'll put a link below this video, but they have a USPS kind of service where for about sort of £4.50 to £5, you can sort of send an A5 sized Jiffy, which actually is pretty good. If you consider the alternatives, that's very good. 20% of my sales go to the USA. So that is actually quite a relief, because it's a similar kind of price to what Royal Mail are charging, plus you get tracking. So I'll put a link to that. I'd certainly recommend that. That might just see me through. As for my European orders, I'm using a company called Interparcel. I've connected them with my eBay account. They seem to be marginally cheaper than Parcel to Go. It's about £7.50 for like a 100 gram item to Europe, most destinations in Europe. So that's like £4 more than I usually pay with Royal Mail. So obviously that's going to cost me, but I don't really see any alternative to compensate. What I have done is I've increased my shipping charges, not massively so. I've increased on shipping to America from £7.80 to £10, and for Europe, no, sorry, I've increased for American shippings. I've increased to £12. I think for Europe I've increased to 10 from £7.80, and for the rest of the world I've increased to something like 20, £25, because okay, I can get that cheap deal to USA with Transglobal, that's fine, but all the other destinations around the world, it's like 20, 25, 30 quid. And for Europe, it's like 15, £20. So so I mean, Australia, which is a good market for me, unfortunately I've got no option. I've increased my shipping charge there to about £20, because the cheapest I can get it is about 16, £17, which once you've paid eBay fees on the shipping, if you're charging 20, you're barely going to break even. If you charge 15, £16, sorry, if you charge £20 for shipping and it's 16 cost to you, then you've got the eBay fees and everything, and so you're barely going to break even. Where I'm used to making a bit of a profit on shipping, I'm used to making £1 or £2 per parcel, which is like covers me for losses. The way I'm going now, I won't make anything. I'll make a loss on my shipping, more or less. American shipping, I'm making a profit there, but I may reduce the price because I found this cheap, this Transglobal Express. I'll post a link. I think that Royal Mail have let everybody down very badly. There's no excuse for having a multi-billion-pound business taken down by a cyber attack. You should have absolute cutting-edge security, and they've let everybody down. People like me, they've let the country down really. And whether it would have happened in the days before privatization or if they hadn't privatized, I don't know, but I suspect they're skimping on security. This will come out if there's an investigation. They've skimped somewhere and tried to cut costs and corners. And this has resulted, and it's costing them about probably £2 million a day, I would think, at least. So no end in sight. It's going to cost me, even with this latest measures I've taken, it's going to reduce my profits by about 200 or 300 a month, which, you know, for a small trader like me, I can cope with that for a month or two. But obviously I would rather be spending that money on, I mean, I would rather have that money because I've got outgoings, and frankly, it is going to leave me short. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, and let's hope that this Royal Mail thing clears up and we can all get back to normal. Bye for now.